We're talking about something which one it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You gonna have to get some more to fuck with us. That's why it's vital to call a brother. Don't try to war this shit by yourself. You don't do this by yourself. You wrestling some shit, pick up the goddamn phone.
Yeah, we good. What's going on, Israel? About to get it in this Sunday night. Dropping scriptures, fighting demons, getting ready for this third world's war. We in here. I got my man, Officer Awabad, holding it down on the ones and twos. Microphone check. Everybody good and in check. Glad to be here again. Glad to be here rocking it out in the spirit of the Lord, getting it in. Okay. Shalom, sis. Shalom to everybody in the class, rocking it out live with us, getting it in. If you got any questions, excuse me, if you got any questions, hit me with them in the chat. I'm on the chat. Our Officer Awabad is on the chat. We going in. Whatever you got, let's drop it. Let's answer these questions according to this Bible so we can change the face of this earth and hopefully do what we need to do so that way Christ can return and we can definitely show him that we holding it down, we deserve it, and we gonna get it in. Let's go to Matthew 1:1 real quick. Let's get Matthew 1:1. All right.
Comic-Con is the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ.
Now, this is the book of the generation of Jesus Christ. A lot of people don't understand what the very first chapter and first verse is pertaining in Matthew. Why would it say that Christ has a lineage? Why? Why would it even speak on going from all these different people leading up to Yahushua Christ if he's supposed to be somehow immaculate from God? Jesus Christ, we're going to answer a couple things tonight. I got a couple things I want to go into, but we're going to start right here. You know, Jesus Christ is not the Most High God. Jesus Christ is not the Most High God. There are so many scriptures in this Bible that show you how he is not the Most High. Okay. And what we reading, what the brother about to read is showing you how Christ came just like you and I. We have a mother and a father, and we have grandparents and great-grandparents, so on and so forth. So read that for me again.
Comic-Con is the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ.
The book of the generations of Christ. If Christ came straight from God, what was the point of Matthew writing that he has a generation? What's the point of Matthew having a pointing out that he comes from this specific line? If Jesus came straight from God and Jesus is God, why would it be specifying right here in the first chapter and the first verse? You don't learn this in church. You ain't going to learn it nowhere else. You don't learn this thing in church. Why? Because Christians going to take all the scriptures they believe to be sanctified, holy, and good unto them, and what brings money in their pocket, and they're not going to teach you about Christ himself. about where he come from, who he is, what he laid down from the Most High God, what he did for the children of Israel, what he's going to do when Christ returns, what's going to happen whenever we see what's happening in the earth. You got to, Shalom sis is coming in. If you got any questions, hit me with them. Okay. But Christ is not God. Christ is not the Most High God. Now, can a man have power? Can a man have power? Of course. Men in the UPK got positions of authority, power. We delegate authority. We take instruction. We have certain men in certain places and positions. They hold power too. You know, if you look outside of here, Donald Trump holds power. Okay. The presidents hold power across whatever country you name. They got power too. Your military, your white man's military, them colonels and all them in there, lieutenants and them, they got power too. But there is only one most high power, most high God.
That's right.
And that's the Most High, okay? So come on with it. Read on.
Khan, this is the book of Matthew chapter 1 and verse 1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham.
What's so heavy about this verse here? The son of David and the son of Abraham. If we really gonna delve deep into what this is, why is it saying the son of David and the son of Abraham? The son of David and the son of Abraham. If we going into real, what really the Bible is talking about when it comes to Christ, you often hear UPK say Christ was here before, meaning the spirit of Christ was here before. Christ came here as Adam. He came here as Isaac. He came here as Solomon, Adam, Melchizedek, Isaac, Solomon, and the fifth time as Yahushua Christ. So when you read verse 2, it's telling you, read it again for me.
Khan, the book of generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham.
The son of David and the son of Abraham. Who was the son of David? David's son was Solomon. Who was the son of Abraham? That was Isaac. Is telling you right here in Matthew, the first chapter, about who Christ is, the generations that he come from, and is pinpointing a direct line and even showing you that he was that man, or though here before as Solomon and as Isaac at that time, and running it down play by play, okay, letting you know what time it is. All right, read on.
Verse 2, Abraham begat Isaac.
So now it goes right into the lineage. So when you go back and you read all the way down, it's going to name a lot of names, a bunch of names that you may not be familiar with, but they can all be understood down to one man, one line. Why did Christ have to come from this? Why did it have to be specified that Jesus Christ comes from a line? Because through that bloodline sitting on the throne of David had to come this king, had to come this man. Otherwise, you would know it ain't him. Somebody could just pop up and say, oh, I'm Jesus Christ now. I'm supposed to be ruling and on the throne, which is what happens every day. People start these fake religions and groups claiming to be the Christ, claiming to be something they not, and they just a regular man. They just a regular man, a regular lust-filled demon who wants to, gain and get everything he wants or she wants. But there has been one man, Yahushua Christ, that comes from this lineage of David and is going to sit on the throne of David and rule this earth. Drop down to verse, I believe it's 13 or 14.
Verse 13, and Zorobabel begat Abid.
Let me catch up with you real quick because I want to get into the lineage straight off the bat. All right, I'm with you. Go to verse 17.
Khan. Verse 17.
Oh, 16. Go to 16. Start at 16.
Verse 16. And Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary.
Now it's specifying that Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary. Why is it so important that it says this here? Because what we've been missing in this earth, what we've been missing in our communities is the father. Some of our fathers been in prison. Some of our fathers are dead and gone. Some of our fathers don't know how, with the oppression on his back, he don't know how to be in the child's life. One thing that always used to bother me, one thing that I could never understand is with all the oppression going on in this place, with all the different things that happen to black men and Hispanic men too, and the Native Indians on them reservations, with everything that is clear and evident that happens to us, why do we still blame and charge each other for the falling of our community and our people? Meaning this, a black man faces so much oppression and trouble in this place. It is nigh unto impossible for him to lift himself up, I'm saying, and be able to just function in this place. With everything going on with drugs, prison, the police, spiritual, beaten down spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all these different things a black man go through. I'm not making no excuses, but I can understand and empathize with a black man and a brother as to why it's difficult to even know or process how to deal with your kids and your children. However, if you actually look at it, black men are the best fathers. Hispanic men are the number one fathers. These are people of compassion. This is a people that we have always been propaganda and made to believe that we just thugs and criminals and disgusting monsters and can never get right. That ain't you. That ain't Israel. It ain't never been us. It ain't never been us, man. Even in the condition that we in on the bottom that we on in America, we the ones who still are living today. Ain't no other nation can do that. Ain't no other nation go through what we go through and still not only be alive today, but still have children and grandchildren and lineages and kids running crazy out here. That's us. So I can understand and empathize with black men. I am one. I am a Hispanic brother. And we got all kinds of brothers in the UPK, all kinds of brothers in different walks of life. But why is it so important right here in verse 16? Read it for me one more time. We in Matthew 1:16 for anybody want to catch up.
Verse 16. And Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ.
The beautiful part about this saying this right here in verse 16 is that it's showing you that the Father is there. Meaning the father and this mother, Joseph and Mary, is the one that made Christ. Joseph and Mary is the one that had sex and brought forth this child. You got to be out your mind to think there's any way else. Why would you think in your life you was born from a mother and father? Everyone that you interact with in your life is born from a mother and father. All the way from when you in the hospital, or if you born at home, or if you born wherever you born at, on a boat, in the ocean, it don't matter. You born from a mother and a father just like Christ was. And what's beautiful too is that it's in here and the Lord kept this in here. Because if it was up to you Christians, y'all would not allow Joseph to be up in here. Y'all take Joseph out. Joseph wouldn't even be in here. Okay, what's up, Awaba?
Slack, if I may, I got a precept for that.
Oh, come on with it.
It's the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 5. Says, for there is no king. Yahweh Shah is a king, right?
That's right.
Christ is a king, right?
That's right.
It says, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. Verse 6, for all men have one entrance into life, and the light going out. So if Christ is supposed to be a king, right? And it says that there is no king that had any other beginning of birth, how does a man or a woman give birth? How does a woman give birth to a child? They have sex.
That's right.
They have sex. They come together, and that man ties fire to that woman.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Throw out our butt. That's how you get here. That man and that woman lay together, and a child gonna be born. It happens every day. It happened back then, and it's happening now. Okay. So read on for me. And if I could, with you Christians, like I said, you Christians wouldn't even allow Joseph to be up in here. Christians hate fathers so damn much. Christianity hates black men so much that not only will they vilify and damage their reputation, they so damn quick to destroy black men and put them under a damn rock, under the ground. Christians, I remember there was this brother that used to work for me when I was operating a detail shop. This brother used to work for me, and he was on drugs, trying to give him a chance. He was on drugs, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to give him a chance so that way he can change his life. And when he told me the story about how he went to his Christian pastor and he finally came back to us, he went to his Christian pastor and tried to say, you know, explain to him that he was on drugs. And in his explanation of being on drugs, he was telling us what he was going through from beginning to end, how he got on it, where he at now in life, so on and so forth. And the pastor that he was telling this to, he wasn't saying it to him like it was him. He was telling the story as though it was somebody else because he didn't want the pastor to look at him a certain way. When he finally got to the end, he told him that it was him, and the pastor cut him off. So when he was helping this man, not knowing that he had this problem, the pastor was so invested in trying to help him and look good to everybody else and try to look good, you know, to the people that knew what he was going through, what this man was going through. But when this man finally told him that he was the man going through this problem and issue, he cut him off. That's your leaders. That's your Christian pastors. That's the people who you supposed to turn to. No, the person, and I hope the brother is good to this day. I don't know where he at now, but it taught me a valuable lesson about who you should deal with and how you should deal with them, and who are real leaders and who aren't leaders. My point is, when it comes to this Bible, there's only one place that can hold the record and know what it's talking about and help you see something in it that's for you. Help you understand that this is talking about you. Why is it so important that Joseph is mentioned here? Because it took Joseph and Mary to make Jesus Christ, Yahushua Christ. It took Joseph and Mary a father and mother, which is something we ain't got like that in the black community, fathers. So now we have to reset your mindset, reset who you are, so you know how important a father is. And knowing that a father is here, right here in the Bible, and Jesus Christ had a physical father, being Joseph. You about to say something about? Okay. Sis said things like that is what pulled me from the Christian church years ago. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a Christian church story, be it, you know, detrimentally bad or whatever. Everybody got a Christian church story. Little things like that pull me out of there too. I used to go to church with the grandma and everything. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to church, see all the, you know, we all been to damn church in some form of fashion. I know Hispanic brothers and stuff who go to Roman Catholic church and things like that. But you got black people go, you know, so-called black church and everything. So yeah, I mean, we all got stories when it comes to church, right? And in them stories, it doesn't make sense. If God's supposed to be the Most High God, there's supposed to be this all-loving Jesus and stuff. Why are these things happening in the church? Why the money getting taken and put in the pockets of the pastors? How come there's all this essaying going on? How come there's been a building fund for 15 years and we still ain't fixed the damn toilet? How come you got church members in the back dividing up the money, and 90% of the congregation don't have a functioning car just to get to the church? People die all the time and go to the church for help. Church say they can't do nothing. Grandma been paying y'all ass for the last 50 years. Grandma can't get a decent funeral in the church because she dead now. So now the pastor say, hell, we can't work with you. There's all kinds of stories in that church. But what I'm pinpointing is just how important and valuable every word is in this Bible. And the fact that verse 16 says, and Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, it's showing you that Joseph is right there. If Joseph won't the father, what the hell is he mentioned for? He mentioned because he is Christ's father, physically. Jesus actually had a dad, a father. Okay, read on.
Verse 17. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations.
Go ahead.
And from David until the carrying away unto Babylon are 14 generations. And from the carrying away unto Babylon unto Christ are 14 generations.
So it's breaking down 14 generations, letting you know that Jesus Christ got generations. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so beautiful, man. I really hope that anybody within the sound of my voice can understand something about this Bible. Is that this Bible is a record not just to be read. It's a record to show you that it's you from a individual standpoint and as a nation standpoint. And everything that you need in your life for your spiritual guidance, your mental health, hell, even your physical health is right here in this book. And we're going to show it. But right now, we also we're going to keep going about the birth of Christ. And then we're going to get into some of these laws here so we can break down and make sure everybody good at home. Again, if anybody got any questions, you know what I'm saying, hook it up. I see the comments. Like I said, Officer Awabad in the building. Okay, so come on with it, Awabad.
Verse 18. Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Spirit.
Now, this right here is where Christians get it all the way confused. If you don't understand what this is talking about, and if you don't understand being espoused and a man and woman coming together, especially at that time, today, men and women coming together like it's nothing. Meaning like this: men and women hook up and have sex with each other all the time like it's nothing. There ain't a lot of espousing. There ain't a lot of, going to their mother and father and getting approval to be with this woman. Ain't a lot of men knowing how to go to a woman, how to deal with a woman and their parents, because our community's so destroyed. Ain't no, men going to the mama to get the daughter. They get with the daughter, hook up with the daughter and throw her away tomorrow. So the mindset of what we have today isn't on par with what it's talking about here. So when we break down what the Bible's saying, then you can understand what it means and what it's saying right here. Christians are so lust-filled and deviant, they don't even consider sex to be marriage. But they consider, like, if a woman marries a man like with the ring and the paperwork, and then that woman has sex with another man, then they're like, oh, well, that's considered leaving him. But how come it can't be the other way? How come it can't be sex is marriage? How come it can't be that a man and woman have sex and now that sex consummates that marriage? Right. Why can't it be that? How come it's only in today where a man and woman get married with the ring on the finger and have a whole wedding celebration and ceremony, and then if that woman has sex with another man, then that counts as, oh man, grounds for divorce, and that ain't your woman no more. How come that count? Why can't it count for the first part? Because we don't understand what God wants. But we're gonna break down what God wants. Okay. So when you read verse 18, now the birth of Yahushua Christ was on this wise, when as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Spirit. Meaning, if you understand, which is something that is lost today, when you understand them coming together, meaning they ceremony before, like if you can understand this, you have if you're a woman and a man wants you, then that man that wants you should go to your father. But because our community don't have fathers like that, because our fathers are on drugs or in prison or dead, young men don't know it is the respectable thing. It is the civil and right thing to do, to go to that father, the right thing, and ask for that daughter to be for that woman to be his wife. And then that father will either approve or deny. That is a correct structural way to go. So then if you get approved and you like this man and that man wants you, then y'all get together. Y'all can have y'all ceremony of marriage and then go forth to then have sex to solidify all this stuff. And now the whole community or nation will know that you, this man, and you, this woman, are together. And now everybody know, don't mess with that one. That's that man's woman, and that man gonna protect you and die for you. That's how it's supposed to go. But we so destroyed and messed up. Christians take this scripture right here and try to say, see, it said before they came together, before they had sex, Mary was found with child of the Holy Spirit. And that ain't what it's talking about, because we don't understand the structure of how families are built and made, how families of this tribe of people or this tribe of people can come together and build and be stronger here and there across the nation. Okay. Keep going, Bob.
Verse 19. Then Joseph, her husband.
Now it's saying then Joseph, her husband, specifying. Now it's specifying that this is her husband. One thing we got to erase out of our mind is that going to get paperwork in a ring don't mean you are biblically, under God married with a man and a woman. Just because you go and have a ceremony with this person you marrying and they give you a ring and you go sign some paperwork downtown at the courthouse or whatever, that means you married. When sex is the marriage part. And that's something we got to understand when it comes to God and the Bible. Mm-hmm. Sex is the marriage part. So the question I would be what? So are you saying every time I had sex with somebody, I was marrying them?
Right.
You bouncing around marrying people all the time, but it's because you don't know or understand that as a young woman, when you was 13 and 14, we as a people should have had the guidance and structure, and we should have been strong in protecting our daughters, that they don't get with some boy and be having sex and doing sexual activities. Just like you young boys go through it all the time. It don't get talked about though. Young boys going through over sexualization and things like that, and they don't know that what they doing is wrong. What they watching on TV is wrong. The music they listen to is wrong. Come on, Bob.
And Slack, if I may, if you even go back to verse 19 at the beginning, it says, then Joseph, her husband. How can Joseph be her husband if they were espoused? If they didn't come together and so-called have a wedding yet, how can Joseph be her husband? Because that's a clear indicator that the marriage that we think is not the marriage that is so-called described in the scriptures.
Yep. Right. You see what he's saying? It's saying in 8 and 19, then Joseph, her husband, like he said, because we haven't been taught this Bible, but we gonna teach you and rock out tonight, okay? But keep going out.
Verse 19. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man.
Being a just man. A lot of our sisters don't know what a just man is. You know what kills me, our bod? Oh my God. Excuse me. You know what kills me is when a woman says, you know what a real man would do? You know who a real man is? You ain't no real man. A real man would do such and such and blah, blah, blah. Do you know, bitch, you ain't had no real man ever in your life. Your father won't around, and you didn't know how to pick nobody since you was 14 years old. You didn't know who the hell to pick or how to pick. You done been ran through before you left high school, bitch, and you talking about who a real man or what a real man is. What you talking about? Ain't never seen a real man in your damn life. Our brother's so damn destroyed and messed up. How the hell can you take a boy, a 15, 16-year-old, he get 20, 23, 25, no father, no guidance, no understanding or knowing how to be. Not that damn sure don't have the understanding of the Bible because he done been in church his whole life, hated the church, didn't like us, stopped going when he was strong enough to not, you know what I'm saying? When he was old enough to disobey mama and he hit the street, stop going to church. This boy grow up not knowing or having any guidance. And then you want to tell this nigga, you want to tell a brother that what a real man is. You sister, here's the problem. Sisters, listen good. You want a real man, stop trying to be one.
Right.
If you want a real man, stop trying to be a man. Stop trying to think you know what a man is or what a man's supposed to be or how a man should be.
Right.
Focus on how you're supposed to be a woman. Focus on how you're supposed to learn how to speak. Learn how to carry yourself. Learn how to be feminine.
Right.
I don't want to hear no man talking about what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Any woman you come across that says, you know, a real man does this. A real man know how to be. A real man would that like this, do that. Get away from that woman quickly. Hand her a flyer and get on. Be like, hey, sis, we got classes over here. Come check us out. That woman is not in your favor. She don't understand what a man is. So when it says here that Joseph being a just man, can anyone tell me what a just man is? Do you know what a just man looks like? Do you know how a just man talks? How a just man acts? How a just man moves? A just man, an honorable man is a man that serves the Most High.
That's right.
An honorable man is a man that says, hey, you can't eat that shrimp right there. An honorable man says, hey, says, you got to put the cigarettes down. You got to put the weed down. Hey, says, I don't want to just have sex. I just met you. I don't want to have sex with you tonight. And then, you know what I'm saying? I just met you. I don't know you like that. A just man is gonna show you something that you ain't never seen before,
Right.
which is discipline and a sense of order, integrity. He's gonna have more of a different walk to himself. That's what a just man is gonna have. Just men are in the UPK.
That's right.
Just men are here. Believe it or not, come check us out. You know what I'm saying? You sisters that don't have a man, come check out the class in the city nearest to you.
Right.
We ain't gonna hurt you. You come to class, you stay for 10 minutes or you stay the whole time. You come and you go. You brothers too. Brothers, you want to learn how to be a strong man. Learn how to walk and talk and move like a righteous man of God. Come up in here. You're going to see. You're going to see. And if any thought cross your mind in any duration of the time that you are here, and it start to get difficult or weird or whatever it may seem like, whatever that thing talking to you is, you're going to start to learn how to battle and deal with the demons you face every day. That comes along with that is a whole nother breakdown. But I'm saying you're going to come in here and learn how to fight. You're going to come in here and learn how to be strong as a man. You're going to come in as a woman and learn how to be feminine. You're going to learn how to go to your camp leader if you're single and talk to them in a way and understand and learn how to be a woman. If you got a husband, your husband going to guide you and show you how to be a woman and stay right and correct and be and stay strong in your spirit too. So that way we don't have to worry about, Satan trying to win. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the sis said, a just man takes on his responsibilities. Right. A just man does take on his responsibilities. And even as a whole, the woman got responsibilities, the man got responsibilities, and then the children got some responsibility too as they learn and they grow. That was my point about young men being 15, 16 and learning and saying, and now it's time for them to step up and be young men and then learn how to be right and righteous for the Lord. Okay. So come on with it.
Verse 19, then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example.
And not willing to make her a public example. Why? So why did it specify that he was a just man and not willing to make her that public example? Because again, like we said in the beginning, when you learn how to deal with women and their fathers and mothers and things, at one time, it didn't look too good for a woman to be pregnant before the ceremony. That happened. That's been in my lifetime. In my lifetime, a woman, a girl get pregnant, she'll be like 18 or whatever, 17 or 18. She get pregnant by some boy, and then, the parents try to, or she try to hide it. Or in some cases, like up north, they would send the daughter down south with the family members, have the baby, and then maybe she'll come back because it was embarrassing that this woman had a child and didn't have no man or wasn't married to a man, in the ceremony. It's like you just getting pregnant and all this stuff, and the man ain't married you and all that. Today is different. Today, people just have sex and have kids. I mean, I saw some celebrities I would buy where it's like, what I'm talking about? The dude that got with the Haley Bailey girl. And, yeah, him. And then they together. And then, they got money, I believe. They done had a baby. And then she seemed to be a decent woman, I guess. And they done split up. What the hell happened? Today's generation of children and kids, it's like, y'all just have kids and then like y'all get together, make the baby, and then be like, we're gonna co-parent now. What the fuck? What the hell was the point? Well, why did we get all the way here just so you can split the family up? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The sis said he didn't want to embarrass her. What do you mean by that? What you mean he didn't want to embarrass her? Oh, she talking about the script, I believe. Yeah, he didn't want to make her a public example because when Joseph had sex with Mary, then the public example would be she would be embarrassed because they see that she pregnant before they had the ceremony. So she will be walking around in public and they looking like, because you can see the stomach like, oh, she pregnant, but when Joseph didn't have no ceremony, y'all just having sex and all this stuff, because there was a lot of there's like a structure here, and that's something that we done lost. So we don't understand what this is talking about and what it's saying because we so used to just having sex and going. We so used to having sex, getting with somebody, having sex and having a baby, and then saying, "Oh, we just gonna co-parent because they don't know how to fight and work things out, mend things, and know that the mother and father need to be in that child's life." Please, come on out, Bob.
And Slack, if I may, so the difference between Mary and the sisters today is Mary had shame.
Yeah, come on.
Mary had shame. Mary was shameful. And Joseph, being a just man, did not want to bring that shame upon his woman. And today it's just like,
like a just man would.
Like a just man.
You know what I'm saying?
And today it's like they call it having a baby out of wedlock or shacking up.
Shacking up. See, that's the old school term I heard. Shacking up.
Shacking up.
Shacking up
And
that's
having a
the
baby
one
out of
right
wedlock.
there.
And today we don't care. We don't care because we don't have shame. Like Commander Junior Hunter said, bring shame back to the black community.
Come on. Give me that shameless woman in the pocket. Hey, we got a tissue too. We got tissue over here. We're gonna pull that. He right. Bring some shame back, man. I looked on Instagram. I have a deep love-hate for Facebook, Instagram, and all this social media. You know, you can go on and I'm not trying to sidebar too quick. I ain't trying to sidebar, get off too quick. I got a love-hate for this social media stuff. Social media stuff killed me, boy. 1 minute I'll be looking at recipes and workouts and how to do such and such. Excuse me. I'll be seeing different recipes and how to work out and, you know, different cars. Like you see cars and how to build a damn transmission and all this stuff, you know, and then next thing you know, some big booty come across the damn screen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, come on, man. Like when you dealing with social media, man, be careful. That's what I could say. Hey, it ain't unlawful to be on social media, but be careful. Be careful on Instagram and Facebook. That shit'll get you caught up quick. You gotta, you know, for you brothers out there, you know, it's nothing wrong with seeing a beautiful woman, but don't get caught up in that social media, liking big booties and bikinis and shit. Come on, man. Like I understand you like what's seen, but don't get caught up in that. Satan gonna come in quick and mess with your spirit. You sisters too. Again, I'm saying I don't want to go too far, our Bob.
Right.
But you sisters too. Don't get caught up in that social media stuff. Don't get caught up in what you seeing and what's going on in the next person's life. You know, you might see this man or this woman and they got a house now and they both got 2 cars and they got money doing this and you got to understand social media is not real. It ain't real. So most of the time those people could be fabricating their own realities just to post the way they're posting to make it look a certain way. Right. And even if you come across people who have social media and they actually do have that life, you got to remember that they built that from a time period. They didn't just get that overnight. Right. It ain't like hitting no lotto, no lottery or nothing. They didn't do that overnight. I see a lot of social media, and if I could just take the evil spirit off a lot of you brothers and sisters, social media is not real. Right. So when you see people having this money or these cars and these houses, understand that it's for the visual pleasure. It's for your visual pleasure because you're taking the phone and you're like this all day and you're just scrolling and you're stuck right here with a mini TV and you're able to look at other people's lives and how they live. Don't take that and then compare it to you. Right. But get me shame. You got that?
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a bitch. Because I saw some shit on social media where this woman was like, I ain't got no shame. I'm a 304. I'm a hoe. I ain't got no shame. I do what I want as I please. I don't care. And that shamelessness right there is she gonna catch something. She gonna get burnt. She gonna get chlamydia, and she gonna get all them different diseases, and it's surely coming. It's coming, man. Like, what sisters, stop being hoes, man. Brothers, stop loving hoes. There's nothing in that has any longevity. When that sister was like, I don't care, I ain't got no shame. How the hell could she use those words? She's saying the words that, read it again.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
Why is it in the Bible that a shameless woman shall be counted as a bitch? A shameless woman gonna be counted as a bitch because that's what shameless women end up being. Just a dog in heat, taking all manner of whatever. You don't want that, Hawk. Brothers, you don't want that. That is not appealing like it may seem with the eye, just like in social media. Social media appears to be right, appears to be true, and what you want ain't what you want because it ain't real. Them shameless women, stay away from them. That was it on that.
A little bit more.
Come on with it.
But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
She that is shamefaced gonna fear the Lord, brother, and that's what you want. You want a sister that fears the Lord. Man, listen, I came into the truth early at 19 years old. So I didn't have a lot of room to go and experience the bad side of this life. The Lord, I've been in the Lord's bosom, thanks to the Most High, since coming out of high school. So I thank him for keeping me there. And I don't want to know that other side. So I encourage that you brothers that do know what that other side is to come on up out of that. Because a sister in righteousness, bro, a sister in righteousness is unheard of, hard to find. But when you get her and you see that, brother, it's like, I can't even explain it, man. It's like, imagine your woman don't yell. Like she don't shame you. She don't say nothing about an ain't shit nigga. And a woman that just braids your hair and offers to put lotion on your jacked up feet, and wants to wash your clothes and make sure you got the special what's that shit I bought? The special the little pods in the washing in the clothes, them little pods. The little look like marbles, and they put in the washer so your clothes, them little things, they're like little beads. Them little beads in your clothes. What the hell a nigga know about the beads? We just put the soap with the shit and wash it and call it a day. But a righteous woman gonna make sure you got the beads and dryer sheets, and clothes is good for your slave for work, and then if you have children, my God, a righteous woman gonna make sure the child is straight. You don't gotta worry about extra stuff, and she gonna make sure you eating and make sure your lunch is packed, and sometimes she don't even ask you what you want for dinner. Dinner just be there. Right. Nigga, I know my rib. I come home, before I leave to go to the slave, I'm looking around, I'm like, damn, we ain't got no paper towels on the little rack thing. I come home, the paper towels are magically restored. We got toilet paper just magically on the roll, like, wow, everything's cleaned up, and I come in the house, even though we have a child, the house smell good, and a righteous woman will make you Look at yourself and be like, okay, you know, a lot of men don't get that. A lot of men don't experience a woman who thanks you and is appreciative of you. But you must be righteous too, man. You got to be strong too in that walk. Coming up in here. What's that joint about um I'm paraphrasing, the portion of a wicked man given to a woman. You get who you pick, basically. You know what I'm saying? You brothers and you sisters, man, black people and Hispanic people, y'all so beautiful. I love y'all. I love y'all, man. I done came across the worst of us and the best of us. And we as a people are beautiful. I love coming across a brother or a sister that, you know, tries to be the hardest of the hard, roughneck. You know, it's just pain in their heart. It's just a lot of pain going on in their heart and in their mind that we just got to clean up. Maybe some trauma in their life, or maybe something they may have lost somebody they loved or something like that. But all of this can be cleaned up. Right. There ain't not one of us that can't be fixed and restored, no matter how bad it is or how bad it got. That's what this Bible's talking about. That's the point. We ain't here to be special, meaning I'm not here because I want to be a general or I want to be some super duper captain or officer or nothing like that. That whole rank thing come with the work. Study to show thyself approved. Right. What I want is the little bit that the Most High allowed me to see in the beauty of this nation and serving him in this truth. I want other brothers to see that and live this. Right. I want other sisters to see righteous sisters and beautiful women who have attributes that can make young women be beautiful and righteous too. I don't want to have to see my sisters be niggas. I don't want to have to see my sisters act like men. I don't like seeing or want to see my young brothers being effeminate because they got destroyed by some sick man who ruined their life when they was a child. And now they grow up being, you know, in an alternative lifestyle. I want to see black men be strong. When I go to my slave out, black men, the spirit in black men at my slave be wanting to come out, but they don't know how to really express it. You come up in the school, black man, you can be a true black man. Right. You sisters come up in the school, come up in the UPK, you're gonna learn how to be a real alive, righteous woman. Okay, I don't want to get too long-winded. Come on, Awaba. I know you holding that joint.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Is given as a portion to a wicked man. That you be careful who you pick, because who you pick is reflective of you. Most of the time, you don't see as a whole, you don't see a man, a just man, a good dude just going and picking any old thing, any old woman. What you tend to see is a man with a woman that's like himself, a woman with a man that's like herself. That's what you tend to see, because that wickedness and them demons talking, them demons gonna talk. So the wickedness in this man, them demons gonna talk to the demon in that woman. And then you gonna think you having a conversation with this woman and it's you and her, when really y'all demons are talking and y'all building a relationship that's not gonna be good. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why you sisters got to be careful and you brothers got to be extra careful, because you got to know what you dealing with. How do you know how to see that? The same way Joseph knew how if that he wanted to be a just man and not make her a public example, because he understood what it would be viewed as. Y'all better pay attention to who you dealing with. That's why I love the 6-month rule in the UPK. I love the 1-year rule in the UPK. I love that brothers and sisters need time to shed themselves of the world. The same way that we got afforded the opportunity and the time to get right, you should be afforded the opportunity and time to get right. Right. That way, when you come and you choose the man, you might see me and you might say, oh, Rajazar is a good dude. I like him. He pretty cool. But you come to the Passover after some time and you might see another brother and say, oh man, I relate to him too. Like, so in the world, you might have got with this dude, and this dude, and you done had sex with this man. You done had sex with this man, left that dude,
Right.
and then got with another nigga, and then now you done, you know what I'm saying? You done got used up now. But in here, you might like me. But then before anything ever take place, you might see someone else and say, oh, I would like to get to know him. And the protocols that are set in place allows for brotherhood to stay strong, because if you like me and we get approval and we talking, maybe we might not be for each other. I like you, but this ain't gonna really work in the long run. No problem. We go to the men over us, the men, and let them know, nah, I'm good, because no sex took place, no foul play took place,
Right.
no kissing and touching and rubbing and hugging took place. So the detachment of the talking, or the courting, they would say, the detachment of the courting, there ain't nothing there.
Right.
So when the sister may meet another brother in another state, or meet another brother and go forward with him, it's all beautiful, one and the same, because they went forward and talked and got confirmation and approval over in their play on their end. And then now they go forward and be married and have children and all that. But guess what? Unlike in the world, there ain't nothing I got on the back end where I don't have nothing to say about this woman, because we just talking and courting is valuable, man. So again, I don't want to go too far off. I just see we got some time, and I just love rocking it out with our bar and teaching. You know what I'm saying? So you got that for me, or is there any more on that? I'm sorry.
Kind of a little bit.
Okay, come on.
But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get out. A godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord, because you come up in here as a man, you're going to know, I'm not going to go to the strip club and pick a woman out of there. I'm going to want a woman that's in here. You as a woman, you're not going to pick a man that's being wicked out there. You're going to want a man in here that you can actually watch and see who's doing the right thing and being righteous too. Man, I came in here, man, look, beautiful thing about, and this just a little personal if I could. When I coming in here and I got my rib, she, excuse me. That weather changing got me a little stuffed up, but we good though. Forgive me. It's like, so a woman coming up in here, or my rib being in, she don't check me, but she does in her ways remind me of how to stay like on track. You know what I'm trying to say? So she ain't like checking me down, but she might say something like, "Hey, are you teaching tonight?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going up there tonight." Do we have what's the next high holy day coming up? So it's putting it in my mind too. Again, oh yeah, we got a Hanukkah feast of the dedication coming up. So now it's in subtle ways, she's keeping me on game. We go out to eat. Yeah, I might order something. Yeah, can I get the baked potato with the butter and this? She might say to the waiter or the waitress, does that come with bacon on it? And then now she's saying, remember, make sure it don't come with them. Now I'm saying to the waitress, oh yeah, that come with bacon on there. Oh yeah, I don't want that. Make sure that don't come on there. a woman in the world gonna be like, I want the shrimp pasta Alfredo with the extra cheese on the thing.
Right.
Now your ass done went and got the broad in the world, and you over here now. You like, nah, nah, we ain't doing that. That's just to be like, in the world, I want the pork thigh with the lobster tail on the thing, and now you a brother in the truth because you done picked wrong. Now you like, nah, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So who you pick is important. That scripture is heavy as can be, because you want to make sure that the walk you taking in this truth, you're able, if you do get with somebody, that they taking that walk too. Can you go get any if you want to go get a woman out there? I advise you don't. I advise you get a sister up in here. What's the sister pull right here? Matthew 5:16. Let's go there. Sister, she said, let your light shine, Matthew 5:16. Let's check it out. So I hope everybody, listening is kind of seeing where I'm going. Because I might get long-winded because I want brothers and sisters to understand as far as we can go. You know what I mean? I got our Bob with me. He let me just go on and rock out. But I want to make sure brothers and sisters know where we at with it. Right. So again, any questions, hit me with them. Any scripts y'all want to pull and share, we can talk about it. Let's go. So we at Matthew 5:16.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 16. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Right. So what's this talking about? This Christ talking. Let your light shine before men. Meaning, in a small way, rock your shield of David. Rock your fringes on your pants and on your clothes. You know what I'm saying? Rock your UPK apparel. You know what I'm saying? Conduct yourself in a way where before the people, they see that you a little different. When I go out, I'm asking, I'm speaking. Hey, I don't want I don't want that pork. I don't want no bacon on my burger right there. People hear what I'm ordering and what I'm saying. So now there's a part that somebody might be curious. Hey, why you don't want bacon on your burger, man? That bacon good, man. You know what I'm saying? They got the thick cut maple the thick cut maple brown joints. Nah, I don't eat pork, God. Oh, you a Muslim or something? Oh, you Islam? It's like they get into a Power Ranger stance. Oh, you a Muslim or something? I'm like, nah, man. Oh, you Islam? You a 5%er? It's like it's like you can see the defense coming as soon as you say that. No, I don't eat no pork, man. Oh, you 5% of one nation. You a nation is nationalism. Nah, man, I just don't eat pork. I'm in Israelite school of UPK. Right. You know what I'm saying? So according to the Bible, according to the Lord, we don't eat pork, shrimp, and crab. Well, you know what? You don't eat pork, shrimp, crab. I'm like, what you eat? Man, you gonna starve. Nigga, you see how big I am? Nigga ain't starving in this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody starving over here. So when you let your light shine and you move in that way, hey, bro, you might talk to homeboys in the world. Hey, bro, we going out tonight, dog. We gonna hit the strip club. We're gonna hit the club first, then we're gonna go to the strip club at like 3 a.m, dog. 2 or 3 a.m, dog. Catch the end. You rolling, you going? Nah, bro, I'm good. I don't want to go to that. Well, why, bro? You know what I'm saying? They having baddies night tonight, man. They gonna have the Instagram thoughts coming through, man. The Instagram is gonna be there. Nah, I'm good, brother. Ah, man, all right, bro. One thing I learned, again, another personal story. When I was in the world, I used to, smoke. So when I came into the truth, I stopped. And I still hung out with my homeboys though, the same ones that I used to smoke with. And one of them, so what they used to do was we would get together at one of the homeboys' house and, pregame or whatever, pre-roll stuff. And then we would all go to the garage, pop the garage, drink and smoke and all that stuff. I just came into the truth now. So I know I can't, I'm with my homies, but I don't smoke no more. So I'm sitting in the living room and they, step one and step two, and they start getting in motion to do that. And I'm not a part of it, even though I'm there. I'm not doing playing my part in what I would normally do. So they all get up. About 5 or 6 of us are there. They get up, start heading to the garage. I don't get up. I stay on my phone because in my mind, I'm like, I don't smoke no more, man. You know what I'm saying? One of my homeboys, close friend of mine, I grew up with, he come over to me and he was like, yo, you for real about that truth? You for real about that thing? I said, yeah, what make you say that? He come over to me and say, man, bro, because normally you would smoke with us, man, but bro, I hope one day I could be like you, man. Like you really ain't about to smoke with us for real. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm UPK down. I'm good on that. And he was like, damn, bro, that's what's up, man. He was like, yo, I'm glad, like, one of us can take that walk and, hopefully I could get like you and stop this shit too. Cause it's just, I've been doing this since I was 12. And you know what I mean? I'm just a habit now, bro, but I hope I can get like you and break that. And, I'm new in the truth. I was a trooper at the time. So he come over and say that, and it let me know that what I'm doing is bigger than me. Right. This man who's been my homeboy for over a decade is seeing me in the midst of them, taking what was passed down and given to me, and I can sit there and not do the thing that plagues us every day because I wanted to serve the Lord. I didn't want to serve smoking weed. And so that man looked at me and said that. Now, it take a lot for a man to say anything near that and to be straight up with you too. Come on now. Now, that brother is still living today and he's still fighting his demons too. But the fact that he was able to drop that on me let me know, I'm a hold fast. Why? Because I don't want to fall back and then have his spirit be broken and seeing that I was strong and I ain't never fell back since that. So that same brother can look at me today and know that we standing for this thing. You know what I'm saying? So letting your light shine before men, that they may see your good works. When we go to camp and we go out there and we speaking, we trying to let that light shine. Right. That's why it's so important that you pick the right person you're supposed to be with. Have integrity and conduct yourself every single day like you're supposed to in this truth. When nobody's watching, when nobody's looking, you should be conducting yourself as though the generals are watching you, as though sisters are watching you, because they are. And at the end of the day, the Lord is damn sure watching you. So your integrity got to be strong. Your discipline got to be strong. I'm going to say it every week because you valuable. You black men and black women, you Hispanic brothers, y'all valuable, man. We together are something special. And we have to take each other and fight this thing. I know you might be tired. I know you might be worn out. I know it might seem like a lot, but we all got stuff going on. We all got stuff on our plate, but we gonna come together, and the weight that you carrying, I'm gonna carry it with you. Now it's lighter on you. The weight that now me and you are carrying, our bar gonna come and help carry with us. Now it's 3 times the weight or 3 times support. That's the thing we got going on here. Okay. And glorify your Father which is in heaven. ISUPK, I'm telling you straight up, is the only truth. Is the only Israelites. We're the only ones that are upholding this thing. Because guess what? When these other Israelite groups or these other brothers who don't have integrity and sisters who don't have morality and they ain't shamefaced, they are not showing any good works in what they doing. And it's sad too. And then instead of just cleaning up their mind and knocking that shit off and coming and doing the right thing and being in one body, the right body in here, then what do? They ain't glorifying the Most High in heaven. They ain't doing that. When you ain't doing the right thing, you going out. Now imagine, like I said in the story, imagine if I went and I'm claiming to be in the UPK, I'm claiming to be about this truth, and then I go get high with the same homeboys I was with. They gonna look at the truth like it ain't real. They spirit gonna be broken and be like, oh man, see, he ain't even, you know what I mean? That truth ain't nothing, man. He's still getting high with us. You gotta hold fast to what's being taught to you. Be a brother, keep brotherhood, be a sister, be sisterly. That's what we got the protocols for. We got the protocols are set in place so that way each area gets locked down strong. We got to keep it strong like granite. Keep it strong. If we don't do that, we just like everybody else. And UPK ain't like everybody else. That was it on that? Okay, cool. All right, was there anything else on that scripture on from the Apocrypha? About the women thing? We read all those. Okay, cool. I appreciate y'all bearing with me with this whole tissue thing. All right. So we're gonna carry on over. We're gonna carry on over to Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Because we was at Matthew. Oh, wait, hold on. Go back to 19. Go back to Matthew 1 and 19. Because we stopped at make her a public example. Okay, could you read 19 for me again, please?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 19.
All right.
Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privately.
Right, was minded to put her away privately because why? He didn't want them to see that she was pregnant like that because he didn't want to embarrass her. He didn't want to make her a public example. So he put her away. Just like I was saying, when sisters get pregnant up north, like maybe in Philly or New York or something like that, or Jersey, and they send them down to the South to go through the time period of the pregnancy to have the baby, they're not going to be seen that's being put away. So Joseph decided to put her away privately so that way she wouldn't be no public example. You know what I'm saying? So keep going.
Verse 20. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife.
Now it's saying marry thy wife. Why? Because they done had sex and that's his wife. And that's her husband. They married. He said, take unto Mary thy wife. It's right here in front of you. Right. For anybody that don't understand about, that Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, had a mother and a father. Right here. Just like you have a mother and father. Keep going.
For that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit.
Right. So the angel of the Lord is telling them, you good. That's your wife. Take unto her your wife. That's you. You don't got to be, you don't have to be, bothered by this. You good. Because what is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit. When you break it all the way down, conceived in her, what does that mean? This man had sex with this woman and made this baby. It's not rocket science, man. That's why the Israelite school of UPK is the Israelite school of UPK. That practical knowledge is simple. Man has sex with woman. There's a chance she gets pregnant. Mary happened to get pregnant when they had sex. It's not hard. It's just hard for a lot of brothers and sisters to understand because, like I said, a lot of us didn't grow up with fathers. A lot of us didn't have, Mary was a worldly sister, but it's still Jesus Christ's mama, just like your mama's your mama. But and that doesn't take away from the fact that Jesus Christ, Yahushua, had a dad,
Right.
which is Joseph. We're gonna get that one next too. Let's get the one where they said Joseph, the son of Joseph. Where it says straight up, where he said he is the son of Joseph. Okay. Everybody good? All right. I'm just checking to see if any questions up in here.
God, it's the book of John, chapter 6 and verse 42.
All right.
And they said, is not this Jesus, the son of Joseph?
Now, why would they say that? Why would that even be in here? Is that not Jesus, the son of Joseph? Why didn't it say Jesus of God? It says Jesus, the son of Joseph. Go ahead. Come on.
So like I was going to say, why didn't it say Jesus, the son of Mary?
Why didn't it say Jesus, the son of Mary? If he's supposed to be God and come from God. That's another thing I didn't understand. How the hell is Jesus supposed to be God at the same time, but then God made him? So he made himself? And the scriptures say the Lord ain't the author of confusion.
Right.
This Christianity is some confusing shit. To say in one breath, oh, Jesus is God. So then Jesus being God made himself. And then, so God got Mary pregnant with himself and then made himself to come out on the earth. So then who the hell was still in the heavens? But then it shows you that the Most High God, the earth is his footstool. And to understand that, so God, that shit, see what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. So an angel that God said came to Mary to tell Mary that she was going to be pregnant with God, who God didn't send himself, for Jesus to die, to go back to sit next to God, which is himself, to sit by himself.
And Salakia, why would God break his
Thank
own
you.
law?
I was hoping you would say Salakia because I was confused as to what I was about to do. Like,
Why
am
would
I going to
God-
take a sip of this?
Yeah. Why would God break his
What are we
own law?
talking about?
If Mary was espoused to Joseph, and God came down and immaculately and what's the word? You know the word I'm saying.
Yeah, that word.
Impregnated Mary.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be breaking his own law?
Yeah, saying God getting with Mary, which is Joseph's wife.
Yeah, wouldn't God break his own law? But how would that look for an almighty, powerful God to give laws to his subordinates, and then he goes and break his own law and have sex with another man's woman? How does that even look, saying God would do something like that?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
And Salaki, if I may, I heard a brother break this down so eloquently that's in the school. He said, if I have a child, if you have a child, that child belongs to you. But if I then go and adopt your child, would that child be in my lineage? No. So how the hell can Joseph be the stepfather of Jesus and still Jesus be a part of Joseph's lineage?
Exactly.
It don't make sense.
So Jesus shouldn't be Jesus.
Exactly.
Because he got to come from a lineage and a line. But if God has a lineage?
Right.
Is that what we're saying? Right. This is a whole thing we can go down. So God has a lineage now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No
sweat.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're trying to we're making it make sense to you and being practical. We're going to break it all the way down so y'all understand that the Bible is so simple. It's common sense, and just some things need to be broken down on a spiritual level, but it all makes perfect sense. There's a Most High God.
Right.
There's a Father, the Most High God, untouchable, unwavering, in perfection. As the scripture says, what does it say? There's only one good. That's the Most High. He up here. That same Most High God created Christ, created his son, Christ, that the word. Then the angels came next, and then that power of those angels given the authority to go and create everything else, the earth, the waters, the animals, like that. But there is only one Most High God. There's the Son, his son, Christ. You got the Most High God, and sitting on the right hand of the Father is Christ. Two separate things, same vibe or same spirit. Just like me and our bod are in here tonight. I'm a Ratazah. I'm sitting right here. This is me. To my right is our bod. He's right there. Me and him are in the same spirit of the Lord in this truth. But even though we're in the same spirit together, our bod is a man, a Ratazah is a man. Two separate men, same spirit. I hope I'm keeping it straight up. So, hey, throw it out, but you know what I'm saying? We're going to pull a couple more scripts. All right. We got about 20 more minutes, and then we're going to run. And again, if anybody got any questions, please, I encourage, this is something I got from Cap Katazai. He helped me to understand the value of people being allotted to ask questions. When you grow up in the Christian church, you ain't allowed to ask nothing. We give the room for brothers and sisters to ask anything they want. If I'm not able to answer it tonight, no problem. We're going to get it either regardless. But please don't be afraid or don't think you're taking me off topic by asking questions. Wherever you want, it doesn't have to be on topic. You guys, whatever you want in any part of the Bible from beginning to end. Okay? Anybody. No matter what the question may be, there is no stupid questions. Pertaining to this Bible is big enough to have questions. So come on with them. We're going to rock it out, okay? Take me over to, let's see where we at with it. Did I say Ecclesiastes? We already went there. All right, cool. I had another one. Forgive me. No, Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Let's get Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. And then, and then we'll go over the Psalms. So Ecclesiastes 12 and 7.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 7.
All right.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it.
Right. So this what I'm bringing this out for is what I was bringing out earlier about Christ been here before, just like you've been here before. So when you die, and this was another thing 2 Sundays ago, I brought out about dying and coming back. So I'm kind of bouncing off of there too. When you die, your spirit goes to rest with the Lord. So your body, of course, stays here. That's obvious. But your spirit goes to rest with the Most High. That's the one that sent the spirit in the first place. So when a man and woman has sex and bring forth a child, that spirit goes into that child and being conceived, and then that person is then born. That person lives, and then they die, and that body goes back to the dust, and the spirit goes and rests with the Lord until the Lord then sends forth that spirit again. So when you read about there is no new thing under the sun, let's get that too. No new thing under the sun, you ain't new either. When it says no new thing, that's everything. Ain't no new thing up under here. Like it kind of throws me a little bit when Israel, or when we try to talk about, America this and the white man that. Yeah. But at the same time, Rome was here too. The Greeks were here too. Egypt was here too. Egypt had technology. Didn't they turn the staff into the snake too? Egypt had technology too. All this stuff right here, man. All this stuff nothing is new. So when you go and you dig into these records and things and start seeing things from thousands of years ago that we have today, it ain't new. America is a carbon copy of Egypt, straight up. From the slavery that it had down to what you're seeing now. Straight up. But the Lord destroyed it to a degree that people are wondering how come we can't find, electronics and things like, man, they were doing all kinds of stuff with batteries and all kinds of shit and trying to find out the electromagnetics of the human body and just like they do now, in the medical field and so on and so forth. But keep reading on that, Awaba.
God, verse 8, vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. All is vanity. Verse 9, and moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yea, he gave good heed and sought out and set in order many proverbs. Verse 10, the preacher sought out to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright.
Right, go on. We're going to carry over to Psalms 90 and 3. That's going into something else. I just wanted to get over on the Lord reneweth the earth with the Spirit. Take me over to Psalms 90 and 3.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 90 and verse 3. Thou turnest man to destruction, and sayest, return, ye children of men. Verse 4, for 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday.
Right. So it's saying, what is it saying? Return, ye children of men. What is that saying simply? That is bringing them back. Read it one more time from the top.
Khan, thou turnest man to destruction, and sayest, return, ye children of men.
Right. Because why? Because we get brought back. You got to understand how the order work. You got to understand how things work, and you learn how things work when you understand something from the beginning to the end. Better the end of the thing than the beginning. Am I right? Am I paraphrasing that right? Let's get that too. I don't want to paraphrase, and we can just go ahead and pull it. All right. Every time I open this up, man, that strawberry thing keep popping up. I gotta go get my rib that joint, man.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Better is the end of the thing than the beginning thereof. What does that mean? Just like everything we bringing out, I'm trying to align something here. Is that you got lineage, you got mother, father, you have conceiving children, you got life and death. All of these different things have to be understood and brought out. So that way you can know what it's talking about in Matthew, the first chapter. Everything we trying to bring out, I may have, been long-winded here, but bear with me. We're trying to have you understand what this Bible's saying when it comes to Christ and the lineage. what it really means about you, what it really means about mother, father, brother and sister, cousin and auntie, children. These different things here are going to really show you exactly what this Bible is talking about. 2 hours, in my opinion, ain't enough. We got to rock out every day. We're going to bring it out. But the ending of a thing is better than the beginning. Just like that's a good example of birth. Somebody being born, it's good that this baby is here. We proud, excited and happy. But that child being born is rough on that mother. Baby all dirty and stuff coming out. You know what I'm saying? So why celebrate such a thing? Meaning birthdays and your birth when your mother had to go through all that pain. You know what I'm saying? And then dad's having man, look, I know I'm getting off, but man, when I had my son, they ain't treat me too well. They treated me like I won't important at all. Like I want the damn father. This is my point. My point is just that. Save it be for you Christians that if that's what I'm glad when they talked about that this record wasn't given into the hands of the what's that joint? Help me out, Abba. And the prudent or something like that. Man, come on, man. Y'all would have took Joseph up out of here. Y'all would have took Joseph up out that Bible, man, if this was given to y'all Christians. Telling you, man. Because me as a father, I'm in that hospital, man, they treated me like garbage. And I'm sure they treated the mother like she was, glorious as all get out, which I understand. She giving the birth. I give it up. My point is being how valuable fathers are. And even in birthdays, don't do no birthdays. I ain't about to celebrate what my wife had to go through in that. But I'm glad my son is healthy and he's here. And then in the end of this, if we look at the end of this empire, then we can begin Israel's empire. So we taking individual things and singular things, and we gonna help y'all understand how we can go into nation building, how we can understand the importance of fathers and mothers, how to pick who what. Anybody coming in or checking this out, start this video from the beginning. Is good for the context of what I'm saying now. We got a few minutes left. We got the last 10 minutes I really hold for questions and things like that. Other than that, if I would buy it, you got anything you want to bring out and say? Anything on the back end? If not, we're going to pull about 2 more scriptures and roll up out of here, okay? All right. So where was we at just now? I'm sorry. Okay, that was it on that, right? All right, no sweat. All right. We read Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. Yeah, that's that no new thing under the sun. Let's get that. I ain't want to quote it and not pull it.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be.
Yep.
And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
See what I'm saying? That's the record talking. There ain't no new thing up under the sun. That which was then is now. You too. You included. You ain't new here either. And guess what? Everything that you do now in serving the Most High God, everything that you do now in raising yourself up, meaning getting your mind right and learning how to do that said thing, that's the thing that's going to carry over for you into your next life. You're going to set yourself up now for later. Oftentimes we wonder why our life is the way it is and why it's been the way it's been, because the way you conducted yourself then is your reward now. The way you conducted yourself then is the punishment you get now. That's how it works. That's how you know a party know that you've been here before. We often look at people who are just evil and wicked and nasty and monstrous. How the hell are they getting away with everything they doing? Because their punishment or their just due is coming is coming. They may not get it the way you see fit to get it, but they gonna get it the way the Lord see fit to get it. They may get it now, or they may get it in their next life. But that should show you how important this thing is and why you yourself should conduct yourself in a righteous manner. Because you doing the right thing, you might get your reward now, or you get your reward in the next life. Do the wrong thing now, excuse me. Do the wrong thing now, and you can get that too. Sometimes it go through your lineage also. You love your children, you better act like it. You better act like you better go read about, David and his kid. How was it David's child that got unalived by the Lord for what he did? You never know. The Lord decide on how it's gonna go. Okay. The Lord decide how he gonna deal with you as to whether you do the right thing or you decide to do the wrong thing. I advise everybody, just do what the Lord say to do. We all fighting. Do what the Lord say to do, because on the back end of it, on the tail end of it, that's where you're going to see the reward at. That's where you're going to see doing what he say to do is far, far more worth it than going against what he say. But that's the fight part. The fight part is where Satan going to come to you and say, go against the Lord. Because Satan's job is to prove to the Most High that you don't love the Most High. That's Satan's job. I'm going to show you, Lord, that this person don't love you. So he going to come and try you. And in that trying, you can then show the Lord, I do love you, and I don't want to listen to Satan. I don't want to do what Satan is trying to get me to do. I'm going to do what you want me to do. And then the Lord going to see that, hear that, and then be able to and reward you in that way. The reward might not be what you want. It might not be no $20 million and all this fancy shit, but your reward gonna be that life. You know what I'm saying? You better start counting the things the Lord allow you to have. If you can see, if you able to click on YouTube and see, the Lord gave you that. It is allowing you to have that vision. You got your hands and your feet. The Lord allow you to have that. Some people can't walk. Some people don't have arms. Some people was born, they got to be on respirators and stuff. You able to breathe, your lungs functioning, thank the Most High. You able to walk and put shoes on, put boots on. You able to eat. You able to eat today? Did you eat today? You got clothes on your back? You better thank the Most High. You better thank the Lord, because tomorrow it could all be different. Fear God, keep his commandments. That's what we all about. The whole duty of man, okay? So we're going to roll up out of here. If there ain't no questions online, all right, I will abide you good. We all good online. Give them a minute to come through. We ain't got nothing else. We're going to wrap that thing up. All right. I'm going to pass the class over to Priest Officer Awabah to read these announcements, all right?
With ISUBK start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world.
Oh, hold on, Awabah. I'm sorry. We got a question right here. I think Sister was typing it in. What we got there?
Says Salakia, sir, if you died in the truth, are you still judged for entire life before and then return when the Most High decides for you to?
I got you. All right, sis, when you come into this truth, I done clicked something. When you come into the truth, if you died in the truth, you ain't judged for everything you did in your life. You die in the truth, you only counted for what you in the truth for. So let's say you in the world and you born and you don't know nothing about no truth. And you grow up and let's say you 20 years old or 25 years old, or you 30 years old, or whenever you came in into the knowledge of this truth, you born again and you get that oil poured on your head, you get that name. You are not who you was in the world. So when that old person die, that worldly person, this new creature in Christ that's born, from then on, you dealt with what happens after that. That's why I get me the joint where it says no remission for sins, knowing the knowledge of yeah. So when you come into the truth, you get that oil poured on your head and you get that new name and you brand new, all that other stuff don't even matter. That's what Christ died for. Christ died for all of that stuff. So now that you're in the knowledge of this truth, you in what you do, therefore, that's what you're going to be dealt with on. So if you die in the truth, you die and you're going to be one of the ones that come back. You meaning when Christ come back, you one of the ones that's coming up first. You the ones that's coming out first and going up on them chariots first. Because you died in the truth. There's many of people that died in the truth hundreds of years ago. The prophets died in the truth. You know what I'm saying? The prophets died in the truth. So they not here today, but even they're going to be risen up and brought back too. So you don't get judged from when you came out of your mother's womb, and then now you come into the truth at 20 years old, and then you still being judged for all that. That was the point of Christ dying for all of that, so you can then become brand new and then go from that point on. And you said, and then return when the Most High decides for you too. Yeah. Now, when you die, your spirit gonna go up there regardless and rest. And yeah, the Lord gonna bring you back because you are dead. If I'm making sense. So yeah, you're dead either way. Physically, your body is dead and your spirit is resting with the Lord, but he ain't going to judge you for what you did before coming into the truth and being brand new and changing. That's what he sent Christ for. So to die, so you good. So what you got for
this is the book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 26.
Check this out.
For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Because when you become brand new, you know not to eat pork now. So Christ ain't dying for what you know about. You know not to eat the pork, so you ain't gonna eat the pork. So when you was in the world eating pork, when you was in the world getting high, the Most High ain't gonna judge you for that because Christ died for that. So you could have the chance, I could have the chance, our body could have the chance to change and become brand new and serve the Most High. Simple as that. So you don't get judged for all that other stuff. That shouldn't even exist. You become brand new, all that other stuff don't even matter. It never happened. All that other stuff you did before coming into the truth and changing, getting that oil poured on your head, getting a brand new name, becoming a brand new person, all that other stuff don't even matter. It don't exist, never happened. You know what I'm saying? You good. You know what I mean? Just like, and if I could go a little further, just like when you deal with if you ever come across these fake Israelite groups, man, they ain't changed shit. I got a brother at my job right now who in a fake Israelite group and still be doing the same wicked shit I'm sure he was doing before I met him at my job, at the slave. Still talking like a wicked ass nigga. That's him. He ain't changed. But in here, UPK, oh yeah, we definitely different. Right. So Yonder Bar says, you know what I'm saying? The water for y'all pop showing out, you know what I'm saying? All the sisters, the brothers, stay strong, Hebrews, stay strong, warriors, stay strong, sisters, you know what I'm saying? if you single sisters, and your nearest camp leader, if anything ever start getting difficult, Satan trying you, dial up your camp leader, tell them your issue, let them know Satan trying to, mess with you to have you fall, and we gonna fight with you. You brothers out there, if you need some extra strength, dial your nearest camp leader up wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? Don't fight this thing alone. War against Satan, war against them demons. Our Bob, please close us out.
Come on, we the ISUPK, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After these 6 months periods, the brother and sister would get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, is the book of Numbers, chapter 18 to verse 21. Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, which is the 25th day of the 9th month by space of 8 days, which is Wednesday, the 25th of December, 2024, for 8 days. It's the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, and verse 52 through 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, and headbands and scarf. And with that, men of Israel, Amajim, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Yadamatah, Sarah, face of sisters, sisters Amajim, men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shabbat, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yadamatah, class dismissed.